To quote JD from New York, let's do the summer scam predictions. I am not looking forward to this show whatsoever. The only good part about SummerSlam is that I'm going to be with 3 of my closest friends, and all 4 of us are going to roast this show from beginning to end. We're going to crap on the shit we hate, and the very few things we might like on this show, we're going to praise it to high heaven. Let's waste no time. This overinflated card has too many matches enough to begin with. We're not talking about the pre-show because I can give 2 fucks about the pre-show. Let's talk about the main matches on the main show. Kickstart. Alexa Bliss versus Ronda Rousey for the Raw Women's title. Alexa Bliss is done. She is so goddamn... I do not care how attractive she is. I don't. Guess what? You are a wrestler. Fucking wrestle, you lazy fucking bitch. She's the most laziest worker in wrestling industry. She's not even a good worker. She sucks at selling too. She's a good promo, terrible in the ring. Get the strap over, put it on Ronda Rousey. The way that WWE has built up Rousey and built up this thing and built up the match between her and Bliss, the entire women's roster is irrelevant from the way that they have portrayed Ronda Rousey. It's to the point where you want someone like her to be champion just to give it some credibility. Of course, it goes, of course, the domino effect, because no one can legitimately be Ronda. For some reason, realism in wrestling matters all of a sudden. Nobody was complaining when the fucking Rey Mysterio fought Kevin Nash in WCW and beat him. But I digress. I digress about people and their stupid excuses to keep the mystique of people like Ronda Rousey and Brock alive. Anyway, Rousey for the victory. Alexa sucked. Alexa Bliss is terrible. Get her off Raw. Put her on SmackDown. Enough's enough. She's stale, and there's nothing left for her to do. Thank you. Harper and Rowan, the Bludgeon Brothers versus the New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. I do not care about the Bludgeon Brothers. I don't like the New Day. I don't care about this match. I don't care who wins. That's it. I don't care who wins. Braun Strowman versus KO for the Money in the Bank contract. If Braun Strowman does not win this match, I will be legitimately aggravated and annoyed. Repeat. If Braun Strowman does not squash KO within a matter of minutes, I would be aggravated and annoyed. KO has no business winning this match. He has no business winning Money in the Bank. He has no business being the Universal Champion. KO's time as the Universal Champion came and went. It wasn't that great. His reign was forgettable. And at the end, his first month was cool. The rest of it was a fucking downward spiral of garbage. Braun Strowman has finally regained all that momentum that you squandered last year with him. He has finally recouped it. If you do not pull the trigger now, Braun will never be will never be a world champion at all. Don't ride back this man. He is supernova. He is legitimately over. People like Braun. I love Braun. I love seeing Braun wreck shit. And I want to see him as the Universal Champion wrecking shit. Braun has to win. I got nothing else to say on the matter. Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre takes on Seth Rollins with the returning Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. This feud has to end. I am bored of it. I don't like it. I don't care. The first match they had on Raw was great. The Extreme Rules Iron Man match, I saw parts of it. It was boring and stupid. This match has to end. This feud has to end. It's not doing anything for me at all. I don't give a fuck about Dolph Ziggler. I love Seth Rollins. I'm glad Dean Ambrose is back. Dean Ambrose actually looked last night on Monday night, looked the best he's looked in years. He looked lean. He had some muscle tone going on. He fucking shaved that moppy ass hair of his. He actually looked like a goddamn wrestler, not like a fucking bum. And Drew McIntyre needs to get off the Dolph Ziggler sinking ship. Drew McIntyre has to play a factor in this match. Listen, I don't care if Drew McIntyre accidentally hits Dolph Ziggler and Rollins ends up winning. At the end of the day, this match should catapult Ziggler and McIntyre into a feud and should plant the seeds for Rollins and Ambrose to eventually feud over the IC title. Going into the fall and winter, of this year. That's all I got to say about the IC title match. Rollins has to win so that we can spin off him and Ambrose, and we can spin off McIntyre and Ziggler. Those are the only two things that this match is built as. This match should be that this match should not be contemplating. It should be building up to, is what I just mentioned. That's all I got to say. Baron Corbin versus Finn Balor. I don't give a rat's ass. This feud is so stupid. Finn Balor, I'm not a fan of, but I am not a fan of Finn Balor. But I know when a world-class fucking is happening right before me, and Finn Balor is being royally fucked over by this company. I am a Baron Corbin fan. I've been a fan of his since his run in NXT, where I love the whole indie killer gimmick, this whole constable thing. I don't care about it. Corbin could be doing so much more, and Corbin to me is also being wasted in a role that he's growing into the role, but I like the whole lone wolf indie killer gimmick he had going on. I don't like this whole being Stephanie's lackey crap. At the Finn Balor wins. That's the direction. Looks like it's going in, and whatever. Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. Now, this match I've been looking forward to since 2016, when Miz cut that shoe promo on Daniel Bryan. And this match, to me, Bryan and Miz has to open up the show. This is the perfect opening match for the main card. You get the crowd going hot. You got two characters people care about. I love Daniel Bryan. I've been liking The Miz the last 2 years, who's been really impressing me. These two guys have a lot of history, going back to the original incarnation of NXT when it was a fucking, rookie show. We had to do obstacle courses and shit like that. So, realistically, this match has got 8 years worth of history to it. And we're finally, it's going to culminate where Bryan is now an established and beloved main event star. The Miz has finally re-established himself as a main event talent again. This is going to be a very good match. Cannot wait to see it. Has to open up the show. I'm going to go with... Now, we all know Daniel Bryan's contractual status is still up in the air, but I'll say this. If Bryan wins, we know he is re-signed. If The Miz loses, there's a good chance Bryan is not going to go further than August with the WWE. So this match, Bryan versus The Miz, is the most unpredictable match on the entire card because we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen until the 1, 2, 3 or the tap out happens. So really looking forward to Bryan versus The Miz. A lot of things going on with this match. I can't wait. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. Another match that I cannot wait for. Cannot wait for Styles and Joe. I'm a huge AJ Styles fan. Love AJ Styles. I love Samoa Joe. I've been following Styles and Joe since 2002 when they were both in ROH and in the early days of TNA. Now, Major League platform, Big 4 pay-per-view, WWE Championship. Styles and Joe are going to prove to the masses what we as hardcore wrestling fans already know. These two guys can tear down the house, and they're going to tear down the house. I do not want to see Styles versus Nakamura with Styles versus Samoa Joe at SummerSlam. This match needs to be hard-hitting. This needs to be a brawl. You brought in the whole angle of Samoa Joe bringing up AJ Styles' family and making it personal. This match has to be an intense brawl. Cannot wait. Hopefully we get like a last-minute decision to make it a DQ, to make it a no DQ match so that we really get things going on. Styles and Joe, to me, is going to be your match tonight. Hoping they don't fucking WrestleMania this match up. Hope they don't fuck it in the ass. Styles and Joe, let's do it, baby. Carmella versus Becky Lynch for Charlotte. There's a good chance this match is going to be a 4-way dance with Asuka, and I don't give a fuck. Carmella's a fucking embarrassment. Charlotte is overrated. I'll be happy if Bayley or Asuka wins at this point. I don't like Carmella. I don't like Charlotte. Becky has not been champion since fucking 2016. Give her the belt. Asuka, you already royally screwed her up. I'm not even a big Asuka fan, but again, like Finn Balor, I know a world-class fucking when I see one in wrestling, and Asuka has been royally fucked over. She should have never lost at WrestleMania. Asuka should have won the title at WrestleMania, and from WrestleMania to SummerSlam, you should have been planting the seeds for an Asuka versus Becky match, with Becky being the one to break the streak and the title. Becky Lynch having her The underdog story they're doing with Becky Lynch right now would have been so much more if Asuka was still undefeated and the women's champion coming out of WrestleMania. It would have made the match great, and it would have made an eventual Becky title win mean so much more. But instead you had Asuka lose to Charlotte, then you had Charlotte lose to Carmella, and now you have this whole fuckery going on with this fucking shit, so who cares? I'm going to go with Becky, but I will not be surprised if Asuka wins. Fuck Carmella, fuck Charlotte. Moving on. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jeff Hardy. Again, I can see Randy Orton being inserted into this match, given what's been going on with Jeff Hardy now, but giving the recent sexual allegations that have been brought up against Randy Orton from 2005. I mean, let's be real. Are we really getting upset for what happened in 2005? I mean, come on already. Grow the fuck up. It's been almost 15 years. Nobody cares anymore. People forgot about that shit. Fucking grow up. This Me Too movement is... This is why the Me Too movement is an embarrassment to the world. You're bringing up shit that happened 20 years ago that nobody fucking remembers. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. If you can't take a man... Listen, Randy Orton, fondling his cock and wanting to shake your hand. Yeah, it's fucking stupid and it's retarded. But then again, Randy Orton was like 24, 25. So he was legitimately stupid and retarded and thought the world of himself. Now it's 10 years later. Maybe Randy Orton's almost 40. Maybe within that 15-year span, he matured just a little bit. Just a tad. With luck, maybe he matured just a little bit and just a tad. But anyway, if Randy Orton does end up getting inserted into this match, you could add another element to it. Right now, to me, there's no heat with Nakamura and Jeff Hardy. A lot of the heat has been with Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. Nakamura, the U.S. champion, feels more like an afterthought, which is why I can see Nakamura getting the surprise win and getting a surprise win over Jeff Hardy. And I can see the September show being Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton, and that being Jeff Hardy's final match before he takes time off for injuries. So, yeah. Alright, now we cover the big one. Quote-unquote, the main event. The embarrassment. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. Every time Brock and Roman Reigns wrestle, my interest just goes down, 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 down. Their first match at WrestleMania 31, I really didn't care. Everyone liked it. I thought it was meh. The only good part about that match was when Seth Rollins did the WrestleMania cash-in. That was the best part of the whole fucking match. The WrestleMania match they had this year, garbage. The steel cage match, fucking garbage. This match in Brooklyn, gonna be even more garbage. Send the lambs to the slaughter, Brooklyn. I want you to tear this match apart. Tear this shit apart. Destroy it, please. For me, do it. A fellow New Yorker, do it, please. I'm begging you. Rip this shit to shreds. This match has the worst heat going into it. This match has the get off my TV heat. It doesn't have the, I can't wait to see Roman Reigns win. It has the, Brock Lesnar, can you please fucking squash this man? We had enough of this bullshit. To go back to my point earlier about why Braun Strowman needs to win, Braun Strowman needs to win Money in the Bank so that Braun Strowman, at the end of the night, walks out with the Universal title. I don't care if you have Brock beat Roman again. I don't care if you have Roman beat Brock. SummerSlam needs to end with Braun Strowman cashing in and becoming Universal Champion. He is the only way out. People are done with Brock Lesnar. His stupid ass is going back to the UFC. Go there and stay there. Don't come back to wrestling anymore. I'm done seeing your fucking boring ass. Roman Reigns, you are not over, my man. You are not over. You are far and away from being over. The women and the children think you're over. Everyone else, they just want you to go away. Personally speaking, I can care less about Joe Wanawai, the human being. I don't care about Joe Wanawai, the human being. I don't care if he's the nicest man in the world. When you're on TV, you are not Joe Wanawai, you are the character Roman Reigns. And as the character Roman Reigns, I want you to dis-a-fucking-peer. You are boring, you bring the TV product down. Nothing about you is unique, nothing about you stands out. You are John Cena 2.0. Only difference is, John Cena actually has some charisma. You, my man, are a blank canvas of garbage. Strowman has to walk out the Universal Champion at the end of the night. If he does not walk out at the end of the night, do it on Raw. And if he does not walk out the champion on Raw, then this company has not only fucked Braun Strowman again, but they clearly don't give a fuck about anyone but Roman. Those are my thoughts on SummerSlam. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll check you back next time for more.